Alrighty, we are back out the lake on MacGregor sailing, and I remembered to put the fenders up this time. That is a wonderful sound. Look at that. The motor is off. Really light winds today, probably maybe 5 knots if, but it's real pleasant. Tomorrow was my birthday, and so everyone was asking me what I want for my birthday, and I was like, well, I want to go sailing. I looked at the weather, and the weather looked really good, so we slept on the boat last night. This lake actually has a mooring ball. I'll show it to you later on in the video. We're gonna stay here tonight on the boat again, and yeah, it's just relaxing. Not much to do, just sail around, listen to the radio, and have a good time. That's what it's about. She's been doing a lot of cleaning on the boat. We left it a mess the last time. We got another sailboat out here. It's a beautiful day, beautiful weekend. I wish we had a little bit more wind, but we'll take what we get. Oh, I will show you in addition, my redneck ass mounted an umbrella, cause I live here in the Nevada desert, and it is hot as shit. You need a little bit of shade out here. Gorgeous weekend. Can't ask for more. And for all the mothers, you know, happy Mother's Day. This is a Mother's Day weekend. I was born on Mother's Day, actually, and it falls that way every now and then. And so my birthday is Mother's Day this year. Lenny Ben wanted to go sailing for Mother's Day, and I wanted to go sailing for Mother's Day. And we're sleeping on the boat tonight on the mooring ball here at the lake. Most people don't know that there's an actual mooring ball. There's only one, but there is one, and we grab it every time we're out here. It just makes it convenient, and it's free. Just hook up to it. We asked the Rangers, we've asked the marinas, and nobody knows nothing. So it's kind of like play it dumb, I guess. But we've been on it for a few times now, and no one's ever said anything. And it's in a no wake zone, which that's nice too. Not to say that everybody abides by that, because they don't. You find assholes everywhere. But it's not a bad mooring place anyway, and it'll be later on in the video. And yeah, we're just relaxing, and we're excited to show you videos that we're actually sailing instead of working. All of our videos have been working on boats and not much sailing, but today we've got enough wind that we're sailing. Yes, it's not on the Catalina, the MacGregor's back, but we had this boat first, and we actually like this boat. It makes the Catalina feel like a mansion. It really does. But it's good for, you know, a night or two, maybe a week or something like that, camping. But this is a camper on the water, and the Catalina is something that we're going to live on. We enjoy both of the boats, and this is easy. We just pull it to the lake, and I can beach it. It's got a swing keel. It's not fast, but we're sailing. We don't need to go fast. I got jet ski and other boats, and so if we want to go fast, we'll use that. But this is sailing. A little bit of update on our trip. There's like no wind hardly. We're gonna go pick up this mooring ball in just a second and just chill out and hang out at the beach, and it's not that far away from it. Yes, it's pretty cool, and most people don't even know about it, but knowing what a mooring ball is a little different than someone just coming out for a day or whatever and beaching on one of the beaches, you know. And it's pretty cool that they actually have one here. And so we're gonna drop the sails. I've already got the motor on. I'm gonna turn this into the wind. And Lenny Ben, she is going to drop the sails. I've got the sails right there at the mast where they're pretty easy to drop. This is a beautiful lake, and I'll show you the Hoover Dam. Tomorrow we're going to sail right in front of Hoover Dam, and hopefully show you some video footage of that. We love this place. It's hot, but it's big, and even though that they've been letting tons and tons of water out, it's still a big lake, and this is just one of the basins. There's actually 3 basins to this lake. And then if you look right over here, if you see those red mountains, the black mountains or that you see there, that is the entrance to the backside of Hoover Dam, and you will see that in the morning. She's always just pleasant.
I am a very pleasant person, thank you.
So this is what we've been dealing with. So you see that we have a little bit of wind here, but then right there, it's zero wind. It's just glass. So you get going, and then there's another patch. It's a little bit frustrating, but you know, lake sailing is really good for us, especially this lake. Mind you, this lake is a very, very deep lake, and it can get nasty. I've been out here on a 30-foot sea ray in 6-foot swells, and it breaking the bow of it. So if you ever come out to this lake, make sure that you check the weather, because it's nasty and it's confused. You take the wind from one way, pushing the waves one way, and then hitting those mountains and bouncing back at you. It can get pretty rough and dangerous all at once. So, one thing I have to appreciate about bays and ocean waters, most captains and skippers know what side to pass you on. They know how to navigate. This lake has buoys. Look at that. There's a green one. Then, of course, you know, you have recreational people, but we just got waked by a boat less than 50 feet on the wrong side. On the wrong side. It's okay, I know. The sails are down, the motor is running, and so we are classified as a motorboat right now. But that doesn't change your navigation laws. Alright, so there she is. She's getting ready. Now the wind's coming from there, so I'm going on this side. That way the wind blows us into the ball and not away from the ball. Hopefully we get it the first try. We'll see. See what happens. Alright, boys and girls. She got it. She got it the first time. That's my girl right there. We've been boating for a long time. I'm not saying that we're good or any of that. That's not being boastful, but I'm happy. I'm happy that my girl can grab a mooring ball. You know, some of those things are a little bit stressful, and so here we are. Actually, away. I'm going to set a stern anchor, that way I can do a little bit of fishing later on. All right, happy Mother's Day. So we're kind of up a little early, and gonna hoist the sails and sail around today. There we go, beautiful morning out on the lake.
sailing to Hoover Dam.
Gonna sail over to the dam. We're coming up on the Hoover Dam, and I started the motor. We have wind, but I'm almost directly upwind, so when we come around I'm gonna have to jibe, but I still want to have a little bit more insurance because this canyon is not that wide. We only have a really light wind this morning, or I wouldn't even try this with a sailboat. There we go. I'm gonna go down a little bit and then jibe around. I had to turn the motor on. We had pretty good wind coming across right there, and then we lost it. You gotta be careful. The winds will blow through this canyon all at once. Even in pontoons and other motorboats, you gotta be careful down in here. So the wind shifted on us, and it's coming from the other side. We're gonna go down here a little bit and then see if we can't tack our way back out of here. We're actually close hauled. We're close hauled right now, just letting the wind see which direction it wants to go. So we're just kind of floating right here. The motor's in neutral. We'll see what's going on with the wind in a minute. There she is. There's the Hoover Dam. Beautiful, beautiful canyon, beautiful spot.
It's amazing what 10 or 11 feet of water will do.
All right, we are sailing out. Pretty fun. We're heeled over a little bit. We're going back out. We got a nice little breeze. All right, boys and girls, it is dead calm. Look, we got to share our lake life with these kind of idiots.
My ass is eating my baby suit.
Well, at least we're used to rocking. And today, on Mother's Day and my birthday, it is hot as shit.
Oh no, we just getting started. It's 92. We ain't nowhere near hot.
It's still hot. But because of the rise of the lake, it's cold. The water is actually like 70. Yeah, I know. People are telling me our water here is 53 degrees. And I'm like, y'all got more balls or cojones than I do. Cause if it ain't like 75, 80, I ain't about it really. Just unless it's a have to case. There we go.
Gotta be cold as fuck.
She's a brave one.
It's not as cold as last week.
Yeah, last week was pretty cold. How you doing down there?
It's cold.
Yes, we got the sails up and they're just luffing. There's no wind. There's like nothing. This lake is flat as hell. I'm gonna stay in the boat. And normally,
Oh
like
hell no! That was not it. I go, you go.
So I'm gonna stay in the boat while she plays in the water because we have sails up, and if there's a breeze come through or whatever, somebody's on the boat. And also, by the way, I know of at least 3 power boats out here that it's a cell phone call away, and they're like 5 seconds away from here. So it's not like that. It's a man overboard drill in the middle of the ocean and you're by yourself.
All right, your turn, babe.
I see you shivering. I don't even think that I'm ready for this.
Dive. Head first. Yeah, just dive. Go with it. Head first is good.
Is this where we get cojones?
Yes. I went first. Go for it.
The cojones are coming out.
Yeah. You need
If I come back, I may not have any.
It's like 10 degrees colder than your shower. Go for it. You're fine. How you feeling there, Captain?
Ooh. Well,
is it refreshing down there?
It's not as cold as you made it out to be, really.
Yeah, but you're wearing more layers than I am.
It's still water.
Well, then swim around and enjoy yourself. It cools you off.
Yeah, it's nice. It's actually, once you're in it, it's not that bad.
Right?
It's just the dread of getting in it. We are about 500 feet deep here, so the water's cool. We're in one of the deepest part of the lakes.
Well, now we know how everybody was surfing this morning.
Well, yeah, it's not that bad. I mean, shit, it's 70 degrees. Most people keep their houses at 70 degrees. We're just the people that like it at 80.
Well, that's because you work in the sun and I grew up here. Is that better?
That's a lot better. Might have to try that again.
Happy birthday, baby. I'm glad you're enjoying your day. It's actually not bad when you get out.
It's not even that bad in it.
Not once you get used to it, huh?
No.
Well, this is what you do when you have no wind and you're just stuck in the lake. Dive off the boat, you'll be fine. On the bright side, if you both go off, the boat won't go fast enough that you can't catch it. Sorry, y'all. I thought it was closer to him than that.
It's not bad. The top layer is a lot warmer than the bottom.
Well, yeah, it gets sunlight. He's living his best life right now.
45 years young today, y'all.
Yep, you're older than me.
I'm older than her old ass. By like 8 days.
Yeah, we'll be together 12 years next week too.
Pretty much.
Half of it's cold, half of it's warm.
Right, the top layer is warm and the bottom layer is cold. Like I was saying earlier, they filled this lake of like 5 to 10 feet in the last 2 weeks. And it's the snowpack coming out of Colorado. So that means it's cold water. You know, the top part, because it is in the 90s already. Usually we're at about 80 to 85 by this time in May, yeah. The water. And so it's a little colder than normal, but I grew up, all the creeks and the rivers were 53 to 60 degrees.
I grew up in this lake.
And so she grew up in this lake. You can see it's a big place. I'm not really allowed or supposed to tell you where I'm at. You know where I'm at because they've got some restrictions and all that crap. But we know this lake like every cove of this lake. I learned to swim out here. We've been boating this lake for years and years. If there's a rock, if there's a cove, if there's any of that, we know where it's at. One of our hobbies, and I haven't brought this out in our videos much, for the last 12 years, we have fixed up and sold numerous boats. And I mean a lot of boats.
What are we dealing with, Captain?
Oh, we're sailing. We're dealing with about 15 knots right now. 12, 15?
Something like that.
You feel pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I can feel it. If it wasn't for the side of the boat, I feel like I might fall out of it.
So there we go. We're heeled pretty good. We're probably in a good 12, 15 knots right now. This lake can get really windy coming out of the desert. I've been waiting all day for this point of sail. We need to go right where we're going, so we're beating upwind. According to the Beaufort scale, we're about 12 knots. And according to windfinder.com, we're about 12 knots too. Oh, there we go. Now, look at that, boys.